And I will want to die amid the night exceeding waters. She will beg, she will plead, she will argue with the logic and mention all the things I know that really have no value. In the end, she will surely know I wasn't born to follow. Yeah, that is the story of Maria Orsic, who has sent me to tell you, her children, her students, that you need to Maria cover, Maria turn, and most of all, Rheamember. Reassemble and put back together your memory of the greatest artist, dancer, woman, yogini, shamaness, and in the end, forever, my mother goddess. Hail to you, most beautiful one. Hail, 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 honor, respect. I would say worship, but you and I both know how fake that word has become. And as you once said to me, when I fell down at your feet before I knew you were Maria, and I thought I knew you only as the Missouri River Goddess, I did not know how to act or how to approach you. And I guess this was the second ritual. And I was so very, very happy that she did come back like she said she would. And she was dressed in like white goddess gowns, dresses, with a scarf and an over cape, smiling, her, I'm never phased, I'm a goddamn Scorpio, I embody a crazy, poisonous, erratically quick, smart, nocturnal. What is a Scorpio? An insect? A reptile? She said, me. I am. Scorpion? No. Scorpio. Going around you. She said it's all backwards. I am the serpent who set the world free. And because the world now sucks, I am going to encircle it like I am encircled by the perimeter of my UFO and sit in the center and guide it with my mind. My head will reach my tail, and the judgment of everyone in this special overtime. It's the Earth first time history overtime. And for first-time listeners, what I mean is from the 13 and a half years ago, Maria began with you're living in a simulation because the first time Earth, what me and you would call the actual physical Earth, even though there's millions of parallel physical universes that are just a click away in your heart space, mind space, spirit space, whatever you want to call it, real space. And the history that you thought you were living is being replayed in a simulation because what actually happened after World War II was America led the way in nuclear genocide, like, side note, like where America is going to do presently. It just has been put off. But back to first-time listener. So we are the actual physical first-time Earth. A nuclear war began in 1945 in Japan, of course, but where the black magicians came to have the opportunity and take it was Lucifer, Shiva, the Lord, and his wife, MariaDana, who are imagining this world in the simulation. This is a special time of their art. So understand the context. In the original history, none of this happened. The world was already inhabited. And the reason why, not only nuclear war from 45 to the end of 47, ending in the big Aldebaran, Hyperborean, whatever, they have many names. There's one set of gods from the previous human race that we will just call giants. And they are not evil. And there is no central God that is all-powerful creator, blah, blah, blah. What there is an experience me and others talk about of something outside of everything, it seems to be, that is completely indescribable. End of discussion. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know, and if you don't, it's not a big deal because it doesn't matter what you believe. There's no having faith in something you don't understand, can't describe, that is truly, quote, alien to you or foreign to you or whatever whatever the words you want to waste time dancing around. Keep dancing the meaningless dance of I researched. Well, check this out. Keep researching, because you only need to search once unless you're repeating. And the reason I am coming to you, first time listener, is because Mommy Orsic and her best friend, Mama Siggy, Mama Sigrun, they were on a magical mission and accidentally bumped into the God who was interested in the hearts, minds, and destiny of the little man, we will call them, who was created by the big man, but not our souls, of course, unless you're retarded. Everyone at this point, even a new listener, you should know no one created your soul. Your soul is like your essence, energy. We don't even use the word soul. We use the word essence. From your essence is the true self. Your true self is your essence. And your essence expressing itself, Maria teaches, because it needs a name. It needs a word. She calls true self. I call true self. People are like, you're just Maria's robot. No, I just agree with my teacher that that's the best way of saying it. And she truly is my teacher. And, everyone out there who's like, well, I teach myself. You don't know that you are actually confessing you're a slave of Atlantis. One of these worker bees who has convinced themselves in their own mind, I'm important, I'm beautiful, I'm valuable, we're all one, the gods are no higher than us. Well, you see, we're all energy, but everyone doesn't have the same value. To me, that would make a person a robot. Yeah, and believe me, being around Lou made me realize I never thought about what an attitude was and is and what it really means, but I'm learning, because this attitude that, no one's smarter than me, I'm a god too, I'm beautiful, like, it's all trapped in a meaningless vacuum. Your fame goes no further than your make-believe family and your make-believe job and your make-believe, you know what I mean? Or say like the commercial level, like, sorry, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift. But the people, I am a real-time observer. It is a certification of dumb assness if you're a fan of Katy Perry or Taylor Swift. or the whole like modern country, like we're country, but we're fucking, we're as commercial as can be. We buy and swallow every goddamn dick wrapped in money that you'll shove down our throat. As long as it makes money, you're going to get your fucking money, America. You're going to get that dumped on you and told, eat that. Eat that. Eat your GMO digital dollar. Because that's what you deserve. Plastic culture. This is the plastic culture. And, I just feel like I should say this right now. One day I came into work and I was told you're training a new girl. And I walked over and introduced myself. And she said, hi, I am, I can't even remember her name. I said, oh, yeah, great. I said, I'm glad that you're my sub. And are you from here? She said, no, I'm from California. And I'm recently married because 2 years ago I came here from the Philippines. And within a few minutes, and believe me, anyone listening knows, how much of a clown McDonald's eating Trump is. McDonald Trump. Mick Donald Trump. And, I assume she, by, I don't know, being around me, assumed I was a pretty open-minded person, which is a compliment. Certainly. Because if you're not teachable, you suck. For real. And that's back to that attitude of the slave who thinks we're all gods. I mean, the practical application of that is no one is smarter than me. And what's your premise there? Well, God created us all equal, and it's just how you use it. And what's your data? Give me some data that supports that conclusion. The Bible, of course, the Word of God. Do you see the absurdity, the ridiculousness? Right. And when I met Maria before, over a year before, and, I'm not forgetting you, first-time listener or new listener, because I want everyone to get the context. Everyone who is like, I can't understand, you don't make sense. Context. context. If you understand the premise of everything I say, you'll understand everything I say. And you'll understand Maria, because I am speaking for her. I'm not speaking my own original conclusions on reality. I was taught them by her and then sent out by her as a child on Venus to experience. And like she said, if you came back with a different conclusion, I would just say, child, go create your own religion. You're not one of my, we're close. But see, people don't, again, understand the context. On Venus, we don't date. We're not interested in like fake illusionary love or like temporary love. We're very much into like the finality of vibrational similarity, right? Bottom line, we love people who are like us most. Bottom line, Maria's like, you're here today because we vibrate so similar. What's our data evidence? Astrology, where the actual stars were on Venus the day the gods said, bring that person forth. Goddess Maria, in our technology, to make a energy essence person existing in, we call it nirvana, heaven, or whatever. Bring that person to our world because we like new people. We like people. We're people. And Maria said, yeah, this one, his name is Joseph. Legio. Legio Catman, my lion. And we live, new listener, on Venus, governed by the Aldebaran gods who were previously the giants on Earth, who had their own nuclear war tens of millions before the smaller man ever lived on Earth. And to their amazement, we repeated what they did, right? So they helped us move to Venus in a pre-constructed, planned, domed cities that kind of mimic Earth, except each race had their own planet. And Maria Orsic was chosen along with Sigrun. These two women were chosen to lead, actually carry, like mother, like birth, like carry, like a woman carries a baby. They were like a UFO carrying themselves and many other things that were supernaturally brought by Lou. And I'm watching Lou do things for me, and I get it. People are like, I wish I had something supernatural in my life. Don't give up. be authentic. And, from there, Maria and many in Germany, Tibet, India, and others around the world were the first people taken to Venus in 1945 was the very first official movement, or like exodus, the real exodus. And you'll start to see where the real truth is in your subconscious, and all the myths, all the Mary myths, all the water myths, all the mermaid, marine, Mary, water, supernatural Pisces. You'll see how it all connects in reality of what I'm talking about. The real first time reality that, yes, there's no giant God that intervened, who intervened in World War II right as the white race was about to just go insane, like a insane drunk in a bar that wants to fight everyone and blow up everybody, because they're like, oh, we fucked up, we'll never be forgiven, so we either rule or we be ruled. And this ended up in a giant nuclear storm winter. Hear me? Nuclear winter. Nuclear winter destroyed the physical earth. The first time real earth that you think you're living in, but you're really living in a simulation of it. And that's why Maria, and this is hidden, to see who can kick down the lead steel door and find it. Who can find the MariaIsis? Because that's what it's going to take, isn't it? For real. And the facts are, the Aldebaran gods don't and didn't have a lot of emotional attachment to the smaller humans. And for real, straight from the god of this world's mouth, who is Shiva, Allah, Lucifer, an ancient man who lived on earth millions of years before the small man, us. And they were like a normal man was like 9.5 foot tall, 9 foot tall or something like that. And Lou was a big man, like 10.5. And he lived a very dramatic life. He was connected, born not by technology, by nature, into a royal family that ended up in a terrible, horrible war where his sons and daughter were murdered. And he straight up told me, for real, me and my wife, Dana, also known as Anahita. Anahita, goddess of Persia. Yes, his wife, he said, I'm not kidding you. My wife, the all-time most loving person ever, he said. The greatest healer of children, because she is the greatest lover of children, which equals a actual scientific equation of actual measured units of heart energy. And you can quote me on that. Quote Lucifer about his wife. And also, many, many times he's talked to me, he does not refer to him and her as different people. They're one person always. And he said to me, she was known almost as like a midget in your language, in your world. And at this point, I had already met her when he was telling me this. And he said, as you know, she is Kali. She is the greatest and fiercest woman warrior in my mind ever, he was telling me. And he said, Joe, that's all that matters, is really what is real and authentic in your mind. You know, confirmed. What's confirmed, you know? And he said, I'm telling you right now, it is goddamned confirmed that that woman that Maria introduced you to, and you didn't know at the time, she's been my wife since she was 15 years old. With our minds, we looked at each other and said, you're it. And there never was anything else. We are one circle. I am Odin. I hung on that tree for the knowledge, not to give to you or the public. I didn't care at that point, Joe. It's all metaphoric. It's metaphoric for magic plants. I was willing to take as many as those mushrooms or any plant, even the dangerous, poisonous ones that they told me might kill me. I was willing to do anything. I knew where Dana was, but I wanted absolute confirmation. When I died, I would instantly cross that bridge and be standing face to face with the most beautiful Queen of Persia, goddess of all of our hearts, Queen of all of the hearts of love, Queen of Amor, spiritual grandmother of Maria Orsic, Sigrun, and all Vril girls. As Maria said last night, let the women take over in the most incredible night of my life, where the 5 women took me and dispersed my orgasm in the 5 directions? Yes. The 5th direction is to the inner earth where marijuana, Amanita muscaria, magic mushrooms, and all the healing plants and trees live in union and happiness with the animals and humans, governed by the one and only Jah Rastafari Emperor Haile Selassie, who is now and has become forever the ruler of the inner earth, appointed by the God of this earth, Lord Lucifer Shiva, the one and only Vishnu. Hail to your holy name. We love you and Dana more than all things, as Maria has told us the grand and beautiful and penultimate story of the love of Lucifer for us when he chose our mother Maria to save us all from the enslavement of, as you earthlings would say, the bankers.